Side by side after 17 days of the cold shoulder.
The coalition is back together and looking to the future, not the past.
A united opposition striking a deal to reform the coalition after a messy few weeks had them teetering on divorce.
It looked ugly, but we've had the courage to come back and say we're going to make sure it never happens again.
Eager to show they've put their differences aside and prove this time they'll last.
Yes, 100% I trust David and I value and respect the National Party.
I wouldn't be standing here today if I didn't trust Susan Lee and I didn't trust the Liberal Party.
Unlike a few weeks ago.
No one in our ministry could work in a Susan Lee ministry.
The key reunion sticking point, the fate of 3 National senators who broke shadow cabinet solidarity to vote against the government's hate speech laws. Lee wanted a 6-month suspension. Instead, she got 6 weeks. But both sides have made concessions. National shadow ministers who lost their jobs in the split will be reinstated on March 1. And will be bound by a new framework preventing either party from overriding a decision of shadow cabinet.
We've got to stop talking about ourselves. We've got to focus on what the Australian people want, and that is bringing this Labor government to account.
Shame on us if it does. We can't do this to the Australian people again.
But while the coalition has reformed, it's still staring down the same challenges, with the same questions being asked of the opposition leader. The question now for Susan Lee is whether reunification will keep the leadership wolves from the door. Shadow Defence Minister Angus Taylor has acknowledged his ambitions, and while this deal may buy her time, it's unlikely to spike the speculation.
I am very confident of the overwhelming support of my party room.
All smiles for now.
Anyway, let's keep moving. We're going back to work for the Australian people.
Olivia Casely, ABC News, Canberra.
They've broken up and made up twice in 9 months. Now the Liberal and National Party leaders insist it's all smooth sailing from here. Differences patched up, trust restored, problems solved. But everyone can see this is a relationship under strain that will be tested again. Some moderate Liberals wanted to remain separated for longer, to focus on winning back urban voters. This reunion scotches that idea. After speaking to every one of her MPs, Susan Lee recognised most wanted a reunion, and so she cut this deal. It avoids another messy week in Parliament and the prospect of separate shadow ministries. It will also likely buy Susan Lee time, but the Liberal leader remains under pressure, bracing for another round of opinion polls. And the Nationals? Well, the overwhelming majority wanted the coalition back together as they try to fight off Pauline Hanson. This reunion prevents the Liberals and Nationals drifting further apart, but it doesn't remove the pressure they're facing from a dominant Labor government on one side and a rising One Nation on the other.